Hi guys, Monkey Zeppelin here, and today I'm bringing you the details of the new Black Ops 3 1.09 patch. There are a few bug fixes, but it seems like quite a big patch, so I'm going to tell you the main points of the patch. In the background here, I'm showing you a nice Man of War and Marshall's domination gameplay. I think I get 39 in 5, some Wraith, and Hardened Sentry kill. I also use a Cerberus, but I don't think it does much. To begin with, the Weevil has had a few things done to it. It was already made better in a previous patch, but it's been given 3 or 4 better attributes, so it could be the go-to SMG. The ADS speed has been increased, which will be especially good at close range. Sprint recovery speed has been increased, and that may reduce the need to use the gun-ho perk. And finally, it had an increased 5-hit kill range, which may allow it to substitute a long barrel attachment for another. Moving on to the shotguns, the KRM has been given an increased 1-hit kill range. I'm pretty happy with that, as it's by far my least favourite shotgun. It's just so short range. You have to be basically point blank to get a kill with it. Up until the patch, it pretty much works as an Argus, but has a much lower kill distance, I'd say. The Haymaker's been given an increased 3-hit kill range, which will be better for rapid kills rather. But the Haymaker has to be used at pretty close range anyway, so I'm not too sure how many rapid kills you'd be getting with it anyway. Finally, for the shotguns, the Argus has been given an increased 1-hit kill range when hip firing. This is fantastic because when you aim down the sight, the range is massive, but I did notice issues when hip firing with it. It acted a lot like a KRM when not aiming down the sights. Issues with the Black Cell have been fixed, the issue being that the missiles shot from it haven't been properly impacting the UAVs. For example, they may have been getting hit markers or just missing completely. This has been a bit of an issue for me. Because it's such a waste of time in terms of getting points when you shoot the Black Cell and nothing comes from it. Moving on, the Shiva has been given an increased ADS speed, which isn't too important, I feel, seeing as it's used mainly at long range. But it has also been given increased flinch stability. I'd say this is pretty good because I find when I'm shooting most guns, if I'm aiming for the head, them shooting me can bump my aim up and cause me to miss them completely. And that just results in me getting killed, and it's really annoying. The Shiva, along with the MX Garand, has been given an increased fire rate when using rapid fire. In my opinion, these are the worst 2 weapons in the assault rifle class, but with these rapid fire updates, they could become pretty deadly, I'd say, especially at range. Quite a good update here for the NX Shadow Claw. You've probably been hearing a whooshing sound whenever anybody in the map is using it. So annoying, it's just like it's ridiculous. It's basically just an annoying whistling sound when it's being shot. This has now been reduced, and only people near will be able to hear the fire sound, just pretty much like any other weapon, I suppose. The HG40 has been given an increased 3-hit kill damage range, which is really important because I got it in a crate a while ago and I haven't really been able to use it that much because it's just nowhere near as good as the other submachine guns like VMP, Weevil, maybe even Vesper. To be fair though, it is pretty nostalgic. It's a very nostalgic weapon and pretty good at close range, but I recommend using it with a grip as the raw recoil is pretty crazy. I don't remember it being that bad on World at War, but I do think they've upped the recoil just to make it a little less OP. The Gorgon has been given an increased ADS speed, which I don't feel is too important as it's primarily a long range LMG, but it could be useful in any unexpected one-on-ones, but no promises there really. A good attribute it's been given is increased recoil stability. This is pretty vital as I think it's a 2-shot kill, and this could easily help due to the possibility of gaining more accurate long-range kills. It's also been given increased damage through light cover, which may reduce the need for an FMJ attachment. There's been one perk change, and that's simply the starting score of the Ante-Up perk. So it's moved from 100 and it's only gone up to 150. I probably would have rathered about 200, as I still don't feel like it's really worth it. This is a pretty low score, especially if you're going for some big score streaks like Raps, Wraith, GI unit, Mothership, any of that sort of stuff. Moving on to the specialists, there have been a few changes. For the Reaper, there's been reduced accuracy when firing unzoomed, and the ammo count has gone from 120 down to 100. This looks like Treyarch thought the Scythe was a bit too OP, so decided to nerf it in more than one way. The Ruin has been given an increased overdrive earn rate, so has the Psychosis, so these will be earned faster. However, the Fire Breaks, Heat Wave, and Battery's Kinetic Armor have been given decreased earn rates, which could cause issues as people will be having to wait longer for these specialists. There have been a couple of changes to score streaks, the score streaks being Wraps and Rolling Thunder. I've noticed massive changes in the Wraps when I was playing yesterday. They've been given an increased drone count per drop, so there will be more Wraps in the field unless they're shot down. And the Wraps themselves can also move faster on the ground, so they've become a way deadlier streak. The Rolling Thunder has been given an extra drone, so originally 2 planes crashed down, but now it's 3. The entry speed is also faster, so the streak will come in stronger and will be over sooner, which is arguably better. The last main point of the patch is probably the change to the black market. According to Treyarch, there was an exploit where players could manipulate lobbies to gain more crypto keys. This has now been fixed. Also, an issue where the wrong portrait image was appearing for the battery, but that's now been fixed. I'm not sure what it was showing, but it just says it there. There's also been a leak to the 10th specialist that I mentioned in a previous video. That the specialist will be available in supply drops, which has understandably caused slight uproar in the Black Ops community. Things they're just putting so much stuff in the supply drops. So yeah, that's it for that. That's all the points. That's all the main points that I think. Anyway, so yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.